There's a huge thing that people don't talk about when it comes to fertility, and it is the toll that it can take on your relationship. This whole process is extremely stressful in different ways, I think, for both partners. Obviously, from the female perspective, as I've been experiencing all of this, going through 2 miscarriages, having complications during my second D&C, I have been through some trauma with this. And it does impact the way that I show up and move about the world a little bit differently now. And I think a lot of the time for the husband, and I won't speak for everyone's husband because it's different for everybody, whether you're the one going through it or by proxy or whatever, it was different for him than it was for me. I had to become okay with that in some ways, and he really had to work hard to understand what I was going through and just understand, not even know or empathize fully with what I was going through, because I don't know that that's ever possible, but just really try to understand what I need in certain moments, which can be different depending on the day and where my head's at. And a lot of the times it's just for him to listen to me and to check in on me and make sure that I'm doing okay and know that I have a support system and don't feel alone. Something we're still working on, but it came through a lot of really open communication and dialogue about where we were both at mentally, emotionally, physically, with everything that was going on. And it's something that I think really can put a lot of stress on your relationship. Even if you've not had a miscarriage and maybe you're just on this TTC journey and you're having to schedule things that used to not be scheduled, and maybe you're starting to take medication, changing your lifestyle. There's a lot that goes into it. I would say the biggest thing that's helped us is just to, instead of pulling away from each other, really, really intentionally leaning into each other, over communicating, having time where we can express the way we're feeling, and having some tough conversations around that. Because if we didn't do that, I don't know exactly where we'd be with this. But luckily, I feel like we're now a stronger unit than we were even before going through all of this. And in a way, it's helped our relationship grow and evolve in a way that I think it needed to. So if you're struggling with that, you're definitely not alone, but people do not share about that. And so I just wanted to let you know my perspective